Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie, for those of you who have not met me before, and I am otherwise known on the internet as a spring snowflake. Today I am going to go to the paper stationery nerd of my brain and tell you about what I plan to use to plan all the things, all the life in 2026. Just as a bit of context, I am a stationery nerd. This is how this channel started way back in I want to say 14. I might be wrong on that. I am gonna go and look back for my first video, which was a planning video. It was definitely a February. I can't remember if it was 2014 or 2013. That's bad, isn't it? Passage of time. Yay, I definitely did not have a child back then. That's for certain. And it was in a different house. But yes, so it's the new year. We love to talk about planning and goals and things we want to do when it comes to a new year. For me, it is actually just a time when I can think. I'm off work, we're on slow going, it's the time between Christmas and New Year, and my brain goes so actually it's not a New Year thing, it's oh goodness, I've stopped. I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about all the kind of day-to-day stuff, because actually we're on go slow, we're not thinking about kind of the next thing, we're not thinking about like the club that Amelia has to go to, or that Chris has got a coach, or like there's all sorts of things. And you'll have seen in December when we did Vlogmas, or earlier in December because it's still December now, it is the 29th. We are in Crimbo Limbo. That we're quite a busy family. We've got stuff going on. So actually this time of year is really nice and also very frustrating in my brain, because all the things start going, oh, you could do this and you could do this and you can do this. And then either I can choose to compartmentalise and plan, or I can do overwhelm. And I choose this route. And because of that, I set up a lot of systems, which, knowing my ADHD brain, some of these will be put by the wayside, some of these will have to change as 2026 goes on, because I cannot think, or rather my brain cannot cope with being put into rigid of a structure, hence the reason why a year-long diary does not work for me. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the different areas, or the different things that I'm going to be using to try and keep up with the different areas of my life. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a content creator on YouTube. Badly. I plan to hopefully change that in 2026. Best laid plans. But interestingly, AI is really helping me crystallize what I want to do. I also own a small business which is also called A Spring Snowflake. In that business I teach primarily. I love to teach Tunisian crochet. I teach standard crochet as well. I also love to teach people how to make woolly wire art creations with, and it's not within our, yes it is, hang on. It's within arm's reach with one of these. This is a tulip knitting mill. I sell them, I sell kits with them. I teach people how to do fun things that I will show you on while I'm talking. So that is my business. Very creative. It sprouted from a love of yarn. You'll see bits around me. I also work. I am employed full-time, not full-time, part-time. I'm about to be full-time in 2026. In a very different job. I work with postgraduate research students. I am not a postgraduate myself, but I have worked in university administration on and off since 2007. I love it. I love working in universities. I love working with university students. I'm currently not working for a university. I'm currently working for a research council. But I'm still working with PhD mostly postgraduate research PGR students to support them while they are working within the Research Council. So that's my like work, employed work. So I have the side hustle, which was full-time for a while, but now is definitely very much a side hustle, which I absolutely love and I want to keep growing. And part of that is actually growing this YouTube channel, because all of the different articles, and you can tell that my brain has been fizzing, and different videos that I've watched has actually shown that YouTube is it's the second biggest search engine on the planet. Social media is a very hard place to reach people right now. So actually, as a small business owner, you've got to really pick your battles. And one of the things I want to grow is this side. So you'll see a lot more of that, hopefully, particularly to do with the business, and also because I'm going to be running a fun challenge video to come Is that one going to come out first? No, this one's coming out first. Can you tell I'm in content creation mode? I'm also a parent. I'm also a spouse. I also own my own home. And those things require time, energy, attention, as much as coming and talking to you lovely people on the internet. So because of that, there are several things that I am going to be using this year to keep everything. I'm just reaching for something that has my notes and is also one of the things I'm going to be showing you today, that's basically trying to keep everything straight in my brain for the time that I am around. So first things first, I'm going to show you a lot of notebooks and some other miscellaneous paper goods. So first thing that I'm going to show you is what we're going to call HQ. Those of you who were around last year will have already seen this, because this is the book that I started last year. It has slightly changed in that the pen is different. In fact, that there's 2 pens attached to it. But this is a notebook from, I think, John Lewis, that my daughter, I think, bought me. Was it my daughter? Someone in my family bought me, because it has the letter S on it for Sophie. I have added stickers to it. These are John Arbon stickers. This is from Morningstar Makes RPG on Etsy. I think they're called Drew. Yes. I have a Punks Against Prejudice sticker on there from Skenehead. This is from an Etsy seller, a D20. And then this is from the Pigeon's Nest, and it says Lifetime Crochet Cult member. I love decorating my notebooks, and I have plans for the ones that are not decorated. This is my basically Mission HQ is what it's where everything starts. All the planning is in here. I don't know why that's in here. I've got a little tiny notebook in the front. Why is that here? It might just be a brain dump, but I don't know why. I'll leave it in there. Oh, it might be just as a, if we're out and about and Amelia wants to scribble. Amelia is my daughter, for those who don't know. I started this with the express thought that this would be my 2025 book. Oh, I have 2 pens, 2 multicoloured pens. This is a Bic 4-colour pen, which is short. Hang on. And I've attached a little doobry to it. It's a shorty. And then this is is it Zebra? I don't know, but it's a 4-colour plus pencil pen, which I've had for ages. I have a lot of pens, and they are in a elastic pen holder, which both holds the pens and also keeps the notebook shut, because there is no elastic thing to hold closure to hold it. But yeah, I started this last year with the thought that I would take it through to last year. However, I got derailed because brain by a Filofax. So some of the year's planning happened in this. In fact, I could probably tell you how many. I went into this in August is the first, and I planned out August to December, because I think August I got July I got very overwhelmed, and therefore I needed to kind of have more structure, so I came into a Filofax and I split up. I had monthly planning, I had weekly planning, and I used, hang on, let me show you I'll see if I can do a B-roll cutout of this. It's a 5-column, days on the left-hand side, weekly. It's called the Activity Planner. You can buy them, I believe, from Filofax, but they are Filofax inserts, and it meant that I could have like a column for to-dos for each day, a column that told like, so I could have an idea of what Chris and Amelia might be doing, like clubs and stuff like that after school, and then I could use the 3 columns on the right as AM, PM, evening, and I could just, and it was just structured and it's what my brain needed. And I also had a third section that was basically just a bullet journal. Yeah. And it kept me straight for a few months. But I'm now feeling like I need to be back in a notebook. Helpfully, I've only used half of this. You can see. So I will have 2025, some of 2025, and some of 2026 in there. I am not worried too much about having a, like, 1 year in one notebook. It's more, what space do I have? Where can I use it? So yes, so this is Mission HQ. This is a standard bullet journal. I can change my layout. It is ruled, which is not my favourite, but I can do like a standard. This was December. This was actually me planning Vlogmas. I can do like a 7 days on one side with a page for notes, or I can do, or I can do like a vertical layout. That's the one thing I love about bullet journals, is that you can turn the page, start fresh. So currently in here there's messy pages where I'm kind of sitting here thinking about what I want to do, I'm goal planning. This is me going, right, 2026, there's 4 quarters, I plan better in quarters. What do I want to achieve in quarter 1? Let's have a kind of a slightly longer term view into quarter 2. Let's not think about 3 or 4. They don't exist. They don't exist. In the front of this notebook is a little pocket. So I've got a little stencil. This is from Hobonichi, which I mostly use as a ruler more than anything else. Some pieces of paper, some stickers. Yeah. And there's some Post-its from Sugar and Sloth in here. These calendars are from, and I'm going to forget, Calendarpedia, and I printed off a number of different styles. So I had the kind of just standard, but then I also had a kind of continuous calendar, which helped me to plan like school holidays and stuff like that. There was this one as well that had, I don't actually know. That was kind of like it was a January, February. It's like a columns across. Yeah, they're really good, and you can just print them off. They're brilliant. They're really, really good. And I will, again, everything I talk about in every kind of shop, website, resource, I will, as much as I can, link it below. So this is HQ. I might go back in this if I get overwhelmed, but this will always be waiting for me when I'm ready. Okay, let me put the pen back on here, otherwise I will forget and it will just sit on my desk. But yeah, we tend to cover the S so that we're not covering the sheep. Okay, let's chuck that on the floor because it's the easiest place. Okay, secondly, in terms of planning, I have this, which is a wall calendar from Good Tuesday, which has the first half of the year in this side and the second half of the year in this side. I actually bought the horizontal, it's like this, but it is January, February, March. So it's basically this, but then January, February, March. No, other side, that way. So yeah, downstairs in our kitchen, which currently is blue tacked up, but I need to command poster sticker it up because they hold better and they don't mark your walls like blue tack does. This I haven't actually found a spot. I think it might actually go there. I've just put those frames back up and I'm really happy with them. I also just did Amelia's school photos from the last 4 years, and my plan is to rotate because they're on non-permanent double-sided tape. So she's just had her 2025 photo. So when we go to 2026, I'll then take out 2022 and rotate them round. And that's the plan for that frame. I'm really proud of it. Sorry, tangent. This is basically going to be shows that I'm booked into, class workshops that I've got booked in different places. I'm really excited because I'm booked into quite a lot of shows this year. And I'll be applying for more as the year goes on. So I'm already booked into the Big Flock in Bristol in New Year. I'm booked into Monty in Sheffield in June, which that's going to be an absolute nightmare of a weekend because it's also Download Festival weekend. And I will be yo-yoing between the two. But I'm doing 3 classes at Monty, which I'm really excited about. I couldn't do it last year. I'd applied and they'd, bless them, they'd given me a spot, and then I had to pull out and I felt so bad about it. But this year I'm doing it. I might be tired, but I'm going to be doing it. Because Donington, not Doncaster, what am I talking about? Donington Park Race Circuit is actually only just over an hour away from Sheffield. So it's doable. And also Lincoln Park are playing, so I really want to go. Anyway, digression. Who else am I booked into? I'm booked into the Summer Wool Festival in July. I'm doing Carry On Crafting again next July as well. I'm also booked into the Southern Wool Show, and I'm teaching all sorts of different things next year, so that's really exciting. I get to expand a little bit. I'm hoping there'll be other places that I'll be booked into as well. Very exciting. So this is very much going to be like a me working out where I am, where are the gaps. I'm also going to put school holidays in here so that I can try not to, so we can work out, like, particularly when I go full time in April, like where the pinch points are in terms of childcare and stuff like that. So this is from Good Tuesday. I don't know if I mentioned that. All recycled materials, I think, as well, which is very cool. But that will go up. I'm looking at the space behind you, either there or there. I'm worried that it would get hidden behind the door there, though, which is a bit annoying. But we will see. Right, talking about business planning and stuff like that. This, I've literally unwrapped this. This is a soft cover. Oh God. It's not A5. Hang on. That's A5. Yeah, it's a like slim A5 notebook. Which is from Moleskine. It's their medium, I believe. Yes, 13 by 21 centimetres. This is a dotted notebook. I've got the sleeve here. I literally took the plastic off and took the sleeve off. Soft cover, dotted notebook from Moleskine, which I've had hanging out because I went through a period of buying a lot of notebooks, and then they're there in my Kallax. This is brand new. All I've done is taken the plastic off and put a thingy on. Oh, I haven't even taken out the bit at the back. Bin. It's got a typical Moleskine, for those who know. Little pocket in the back. I've put a pen loop. It's not the same colour. This is going to be biz and content planning. So my plan for this is I'm going to sit. I might film it. You never know. And I am going to basically set up 12 months in a kind of grid calendar format. I'm then going to use it like the Leuchtturm monthly plus notebook planner. I almost bought one and then I went, no, you've got lots of notebooks, Sophie, just use one of them. So yeah, 12 double page spreads, which will be a monthly grid planner. And then they have in their ones, they have a little box in the right hand side of each of the days on the monthly calendar that you can then use as an index. So the rest of the notebook will be planning for, so I will use this to go, okay, this is your day off, this is when you've got some time free, you're going to do a creation day, and I will plan out things that I want to do. I've already got an idea for a series of videos that I want to do as part of 2026 that are interestingly not really business related but kind of just crafty related that I really want to do, and it's going to be a challenge which you guys can join in on for the crafty ones of you. But then also, like, if I get ideas of like things that I want to do, if someone writes a comment on one of my videos or on Instagram or on my stories or whatever, or someone has an idea in one of my classes and I go, oh, I'm going to write that down, all going to go in here. I probably won't carry this with me all the time, so Mission HQ will probably get, it will, like, it works as a kind of like, it's always there and therefore I can scribble ideas in it, but everything will be transferred into here and then indexed based on when I can create and also when I can post as well. So this is blank at the moment, but it will be filled. The other thing that I want to do, oh, one thing I didn't show you, this moleskin sleeve that was on around the thing, it has a little, on the inside of it, it has a little like door hanger that says on air on one side and off air on the other, and I was like, well, this is fate, because I'm going to be using it for content creation, so I am going to cut this out, stick it together and put it on my door for when I'm filming. Okay, so there are 3 more things to talk about. First thing, this little book, which is a field notes, that's their snowflakes, so just a tiny little A6 notebook, it's dotted. I really like field notes, they're very useful to just have, and I've got a ton of these tiny notebooks, not necessarily all field notes, but quite a lot of field notes. This, plus this pen, sit by my bedside because I am trying this year, and I've actually started it just after Christmas, to not have my phone by my bed. We had at work the sleep scientist, a lady called Sophie Bostock. I absolutely recommend that you go and find her because she's a brilliant storyteller, and in terms of my kind of presentations, because I do some presentations for work, and also being able to tell a good story on YouTube, and all other places that I will be filming or presenting myself on film. She basically is one of those people that's like, do not have your phone by your bed. For at least an hour before you go to sleep, do not, because there's blue light that comes off of your devices, as it were. So at least an hour before bedtime, before you want to sleep. She has a lot of different tips and hints. So actually, because of her coming in and talking to us at work, I got myself one of those daylight alarm clocks, and it's made the world of difference to how I wake up. So that's been really good. But I still have my phone next to me, and it's the first thing I pick up. So actually, this is normally I would, if I had an idea, normally I'd grab my phone and put it in the notes app. This is that. So for late at night and early morning, if I need to just get stuff out of my brain, again, late at night, early morning. I also have a Kindle. It means I can read. I read a lot anyway, mostly fan fiction. But this is where I'm putting notes. So literally, this video, the idea for this video, I sat and fleshed it out before I went to sleep because it was in my brain and it would not have let me sleep. So yes, field notes or a tiny A6 with a pen by my bedside. The other kind of planning tool that we use as a family is we have a Google spreadsheet, which hilariously looks like this, but in spreadsheet format. Which is literally just a Google Sheets. It's not a calendar app, it's not anything, but we set it up. We have 2 years running, we have this year and then the next year, and Chris and I will just chuck stuff in there as it's booked. So like, we both go to the same gym. Chris PTs, I don't anymore. I go just have gym sessions. If one of those sessions is going to muck about with the other, then, or if it's out of schedule, although both of us are out of schedule at the moment, but normally we would have fixed days to go to the gym, we'll put them in there. If we've booked a dentist appointment for either ourselves or for Amelia, it goes in there. Family holidays, all the school holidays are highlighted in a different colour. All of my shows go in there. Like pretty much anything that will affect the other person or affect us as a family goes in that Google Sheets, and it's worked. We've tried so many different things over the years, and this is now, we're going into our 3rd year of using this, and it actually really works for us. I tried doing the same thing with my family to work out, like, when my dad's in France, basically, my dad has his permanent, well, he owns a house in France, which he would love to live there permanently, but he doesn't, because he likes to have, he's also got a partner that's in the UK, but it's a good, I wanted to set it up so that we knew when Dad would be in France. No, it doesn't work. No one wants to go and fill it in. It's upsetting. But for us, for the Hurden household, it works. So that's our our only digital one. I do have appointments on my digital calendar on my phone, because, like, my gym app puts it directly in my calendar, but I do still put it in the paper version as well, because the act of writing it makes it stick in my brain. Right, the last thing is not planning, it is journaling. There are several reasons why I've done this, and actually it was a kind of combination of chatting to Chris about kind of Amelia. So for those of you who've been around a while will know that my gorgeous 9-year-old had some speech delay when she was tiny. So at 3 she wasn't really at the level of everyone else. So she's had a speech delay, and it's kind of had a knock-on effect on her confidence to speak out loud, and also in terms of her kind of self-confidence as well. So I got by an Instagram or maybe a Facebook ad, but actually I did some reading around this company, and I really like what they're doing. So I bought Amelia, and is this going to focus on the book and not on me? This is the Bright Yellow Happy Self Journal for 6 to 12-year-olds. The company Happy Self Journal, I think it's called the Happy Self Company, do journals for less than 6 to 12 teens, and also adults. I decided I was just going to buy her the Happy Self. They do have their own website, but they also sell on Amazon as well. They have an Amazon storefront. And I really like the idea of journaling. I'm really bad at being in the habit of doing it. So I use my writing functionally, but not to kind of for my mental health. And I would really like to see if A, it can help her, and B, it can help me. So what we're going to do is, she's got this. I have created my own little journal, which, interestingly, is the same colour. This is a Stalogy, little A6, really thick book. Oh, there's my bookmark. Which I've had, again, for years. But it's a daily, it's not dated. Hang on. It's not dated. I've put a little snowdrop there because that's my flower. It's actually Chris's flower, because he was born in January, I was born in May. And I took, I had one of those daily rip-off calendars ages ago from Very British Problems. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you really should. And 2 of them I stuck up on my old office, on my old job, office wall, and it came home with me that I was just like, I had to keep it. So one of them says, insisting so emphatically that someone go through a door first that your tone becomes a little bit threatening. Done that a lot. And then, in your own time, translation, get a move on or I'll start gritting my teeth. So yes, I love those 2 and they've stayed with me professionally. So they're on the inside cover. But yeah, it's set up as a kind of, you can circle the month, you can circle the day of the week, and you can circle a number, so the date, and then just write. It's a very light grid. Is it on both sides? It is. So you can write as much as you want, or not. So what we plan to do, Amelia and I, is use the prompts. So if I just open to a random page, on each of these it has the date, a little quote, the top 3 things, the emoji of the day, and then a task. So it could be like, how many of these things can you tick off today, or questions like, how did I help someone today, how did someone help you, write something nice about yourself, is there anyone you need to say sorry to? There's all these things, right? It's a really sweetly put together little book. And in each of the milestones, you get a little celebration page, and there's some, at the front as well, there's kind of a children's, it's written in a way that children will understand, kind of understanding of why or how to use the journal. And then there's some fun pages, so you can do an all about me section, and then what makes me happy. You can draw your own emojis. So my plan is, for each of the days that she does, I'm going to write the quote in my little journal, and we're going to sit and journal together. And we might talk about it, we might not. But it'll be a good way to check in at the end of each day. For her to kind of get her thoughts out, and if she wants to share them, she can share them, and hopefully grow a little bit more in confidence. She's a very happy kid, and she loves coming on YouTube. For those of you who were here for Vlogmas, you'll have seen a lot of Amelia, because she does like making these videos with me. At some point she probably will choose not to, and some of these videos might disappear, because we very much live in a household where consent is key, and if she one day decided I don't want all of this stuff of me on the internet, it will disappear, because I'm not going to force her to do stuff. But this is a thing that me and her can do. It will increase my journaling experience and my habit. It will also have it's a shared experience that her and I can do. So yes, that is the final thing. That is, I plan to do it. It is not a planner. So yes, I'd love to know what you think. So have a chat with me down in the comments. Have you got a system that you're planning on creating? What do you use? Are you a digital person? Are you a paper person? Are you a bit of both? I'm more paper. I'm happier with paper. It does mean I have to carry around a bag. That's the one thing. I'm not one of those. I love being able to just grab my phone and my keys and leave. But if I then put stuff on the notes app in my phone, it doesn't stick in here. So then I have to come home and write it in the thing anyway. So might as well carry it around. Anyway, that is that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.